Now, hours after former President Uhuru Kenyatta's Director of Communications, Dena, spoke of his frustration at the hands of President William Ruto's officers, State House spokesperson, government spokesperson Isaac Mora released a statement denying a breach of the Presidential Retirement Benefits Act. Instead, he accused the former president's office of making unreasonable demands. In the statement, he put the number of vehicles at the former president's disposal at 14, maintaining that they are in good working order and include, here we have them, 2 Range Rovers Sport. We also have a Range Rover Autobiography listed there, as well as a Mercedes S600L, which he says were procured between 2020 and 2022, and which he says, therefore, are befitting of a retired president. What he says the office of the retired president has requested would cost a staggering 140 million shillings, being a Range Rover Vogue First Edition. He puts the cost at 51.3 million shillings, a Mercedes-Benz S500, which he says would cost 66.4 million shillings, a Toyota Land Cruiser valued at 22.5 million shillings, and a Toyota Fortuner, which is valued at 10.6 million shillings. Then there is also the question of an official office, and this is what the government spokesman had to say on the subject. By rejecting this office, and that is the Nyari office, and preferring that the government leases his own private home, the third retired president is inviting the government to violate procurement law, regulations and procedures. The statement continues to read, the third retired president wants to be both a landlord and a tenant at the same time. It is an adventure that the government cannot engage in, as this is a serious conflict of interest. It is not only the official office that has been in dispute. This is what he had to say on the contract renewal for Dena, as well as George Kariuki. And he says their names have not been forwarded to the State House Comptroller by the retired president for processing. So he denies that they have been frustrating the office of the former president in that regard. As for the budget, this is what he had to say, and this is the budget appropriations that Dena said the office of the former president has not fully absorbed, putting the figure that they know could have been spent at about 28 million out of a possible 1 billion shillings, over 1 billion shillings. The comptroller originates the budget and defends it in Parliament. There was therefore no compelling obligation to seek concurrence on the budget with the office of the retired president. And in addition to that, he did speak on facilitation for foreign trips, on footing the bill for the former president's foreign trips. Mora states that the government is only obligated to foot the bill for 4 trips and for a maximum of 14 days. And with us in studio, shortly we'll be hearing from her, is the Director of Communication for the office of the former president, and that is retired President Uhuru Kenyatta. Among the issues we're looking to engage her on are the issue of conflict of interest, as highlighted by Isaac Mora. There's also the several other questions as regards what they say is they did not suspend access to fuel. They can fuel at State House. So a response, lots of issues.